It was really one moment very clear for me, and that was when I stood up from the chair in Artists Present. When I stood up after these 3 months and 715 hours of sitting and 1,500 people watching, days and days and days, I knew that art, the museums, the public in the museum is tired of just looking at things. They want to be part of something. They want to have their own personal experience. And to do that, I knew this was time for institute. It was time to create the Abramović method. It's time to public to teach how to look performance art. It's a language. How look something when nothing is happening. This is to me the most interesting. What you do, what is your mind? Where is your breathing? Where you see what you're looking. Are you looking the shadow of light passing? Are you looking the dust in the air? Are you looking the blinking of the eyes? You have to understand to be in the present. Public have to learn that. To learn that, they have to go to my institute. So the institute was really, and also to preserve performance art, young people. Institute is purely nomadic. The place in Greece we have is only for training. It is not for exhibitions or any of this. It's actually we are traveling wherever institution invite us. Institution invite us in different places around the globe. We come there and we work with the artists mostly locally, and then we present the work their, from their own. They have to be highly personal, and also if they want to do anything long duration, they go to us to be trained. So it's really based that way, and we've been everywhere. We've been in Australia. We've been in Kiev. We have been in Greece. We have been in I don't know where we've been. In France. We've been God, like almost around the world. England, of course, Amsterdam, just now Germany, a few times. So we've been really working around. And to me, that performance art is for everybody. It's almost like Boris said, like we have to just travel and show this, and we have a huge audience. That's the interesting thing. Every time audience comes, I mean, now with Pina Bausch class, we have 10,000 people in 9 days, which museum never had. The 5 visitors per day, and that was incredible because it was such a interesting people to see something entirely different they're not used to, and also to be part of experience. But also when you do something long duration, we create something which called performance community, because people come see what artist is doing, try to support him by coming every day, and every day become the support energy. And on the end is always crescendo of everybody together, which is kind of beautiful. You will see when they come to opening. So all this interest and moving from place to place is become institute become bigger and bigger and growing really. I mean, we basically have at least 64 artists we've been working worldwide from 34 countries, which is fantastic. And we could keep constant contact with all of them. And when every time something is happening, interesting, we invite them. So there's always circulating. From the local artists, we always mix with the artists of the ones that we already work with. So it's an ongoing and growing community. And also helping them, their own visibility, that if they show in the museums, they can get more work, and good work always, people get attracted to. So they've been invited to biennales, invited to other different things, and we feel incredibly proud that this is actually working. I want to establish next year I'm 80, so I want to establish the Abramović Award for performance, and also artist in residency, the studio, which is upstate in my own place, so that actually you can go and work and get the award. And I think award for performance is necessary, definitely. Nobody ever gave me award for performance when I was that age. I think it's time now to spoil them a little bit. We really don't want to, because immediately becomes something static. That's the thing. I think is the idea that actually performance is living form of art, that kind of spirit we have to keep. But the institute in Greece is where actually got training that you can do what you're doing anywhere else in the world. But that's really strict training. It's really important. Complete detox of technology and doing exercises. Because whenever you want to do something, 1 hour is easy. If you want to do something hours and hours and for a long period of time, you need training. It's impossible physically, mentally to do that. I could never do my artist is present performance when I was in 20s, 30s. I done when I was 65 because I didn't have the wisdom, concentration, willpower, any of this. And it was physically much more difficult in my age, but it was the only way because I really have that kind of wisdom to do it. 65. And now I'm doing opera and doing all kinds of stuff. I'm just directing now this very big program on the Balkan erotic epic in Manchester, opening in 9 of October. So I also like to have, the another project I didn't finish, how to do classic painting. What I would like to have, let's say Van Gogh, his last painting, the Stormy Night, that the room is completely empty. When you enter to the room, only painting you see with one chair and headphones. You put block the sound, and you can be with the masterpiece 15 or half an hour alone. Because always it's just the idea to kind of one-to-one see masterpiece, and that could be for a period of time in any museum for any master work in the world. Because it's always full of tourists. Always everybody takes selfie, but really, truly, to be concentrated. So music is the same, you know. Opera is again to see different way to see opera. So I'm interested in all these different branches. You put me in the box, I just jump off the box, just to somewhere else, wherever my interest goes.